Hello and welcome to the chaos. In today's exciting episode, I am KonMariing my tweeds. Well, it's all my jacket making fabrics really. And yeah, there's more of them. I thought I used up more than this.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
I actually made those credits ages ago at the start of the year, but I think that's the first time I've used them. Anyway, here we are, Chaos Central. And as you can see, I haven't done a whole lot since I did my last video. Actually, I haven't done anything. I sat down awkwardly and I twisted my hand. So now I've got like a sprained wrist and it's very, very painful. And so, yeah. Hand sewing hasn't really been an option, and you can't really make a tweed jacket without hand stitching stuff. So yeah, everything's still there. And so I was like, should I do a KonMariing my tweeds or should I do a KonMariing all my fashion fabrics? And the tweeds are looking much more precarious, so we are going to go with the tweeds. Oh, and as I was cleaning up, I carefully took out the other ones, but I mixed all the green ones together. And I think I'm going to do that. I also mixed the gold ones in there, and I think that's how I'm going to bead that particular tweed. Anyway, I got rid of everything on the top of the sideboard, gave it a nice wipe down, and here we are. I am going to start piling on all the tweeds and the laces and the sequins and all the jacket making fabrics, all the velvet upholstery fabrics that I'm going to heavily bead, like the Kandinsky jacket. And that pink one in the middle is going to be a floral jacket, like that hot pink one on the left. Maybe. I've got this jar of bright pink beads that would look really good if I just beaded the whole thing, like a jacket I made the start of last year. Was the year before? It was quite a long time ago. I think it was 2022. Goodness. Anyway, I still got some more to go. We're starting to get precarious here. Just kept remembering other things. So I'm like, I've got to go check another part. So I looked in all the wardrobe, and then there's another part of the wardrobe that I had to check. I just have so many fabrics. This is ridiculous. Mind you, I just did some online shopping. My theme for, you know how I have sewing plans at the start of each month. This month, I was supposed to use up 30 yards of fabric, but I ended up buying 30. Well, actually, I bought 34. But honestly, it's ridiculous. Well, global events are pretty stressful at the moment. I'm going to give myself a break. So next month, I guess my project will be using up 30 yards of fabric instead of buying 30 more. Anyway, so I think we've finally got all the fabrics here. Maybe. Ooh, those green beads I showed you just before would look gorgeous on that. I've got enough of that green Linton one, the one on the top, to do two. So I might do one with tiny beads and one with regular sized beads. That'd be gorgeous. I thought, yeah. Okay, so I do have, oh my gosh. Actually, the red Amelie wool, plain red wool fabric is missing. And there's a silver and pale blue Linton tweed with tiny little pom-poms, multicolored pom-poms, that's also missing. Downside of multitasking. I swear, I find bags of beads and different bits of fabric everywhere. Anyway, my place is not that big. Anyway, I'm going to go have a coffee, stare at this, and then go find those other fabrics. Then I will be back, maybe. I mean, I could just abandon it. Ugh. So much mess. So I ended up having lunch and I edited the first half of this and I just listened to it back, and that bit about me hurting my hand by sitting down is straight up hilarious. Let me explain. I have a leather sofa and sometimes I stand at one end and I just sort of flop down onto it, but I sort of slipped my footing and then I put my hand down because it's leather, not, it has less purchase than a material sofa. So I sort of flicked my hand and I managed to sit on my hand, like squashing it in a really, really awkward angle. So that is how I sprained my hand, just being stupid and foolish and clumsy. So, in case you were wondering. Anyway, back to the tweeds. Okay, well, I suppose I should do something with this massive pile of fabric before it falls everywhere. So I'm going to divide and conquer. So I cleared out the bottom row and I've got 2 stacks of tweeds. Then I've got lace, lace, and then I've got some, I'm just sort of trying sequin, and then some, here we go. So these are the tweeds. I started just randomly, but one of them's nice pastels, and these are my lace ones. There's another lace one, and then I'll put something else on there. And then we've got lots of different sequin fabric. They're pretty special. And then I've got, there's some lame at the bottom. Yeah, metallic lames. And then I'm going to put some other fabrics there as well. Sort of like just synthetic ones that I'm going to cover them with netting, and then I'm going to bead them, so they're not going to be used by themselves exactly. And then I've got the 2 snake skin look ones as well. I'm going to sort of do the same thing. So I'm putting them in piles of how I will be using them, and then beading them. So here we go. I've kind of got them all in order now. So I've added a denim pile at the top left, and then decorator fabrics, and then so yeah, my tweed piles got a bit high because I didn't have any more room for them. So all those 2 stacks there and the 2 underneath are tweeds, and then we've got the laces, and then we've got there's a leather and some various ones in there. Still got the sequins, added a few more to that, and then I found a couple more, the silver and the blue one, as well as 2 satin finish ones. And yeah, there's a rainbow sequin one in there. I'm not sure you saw that last time. Okay, so and we've also got the corduroy section there, 3 in there. I thought I had 4. But anyway, and then I've got a stack of cottons that I'm going to make a Chanel style jacket with beady, the cotton, and then it's going to have bridal tulle in black, and then it's going to have the beading over the top. And then there's the upholstery fabrics, and as I said, on the left there are the denims that I'm going to use for samples or mock-ups of jacket patterns that I haven't used yet. And I've actually got a blue version of that yellow golden jacquard there as well, but missing in action. Yeah, I'll find the other few fabrics. I've got all my fashion fabrics to KonMari next. So obviously I've accidentally put some of the jacket fabrics away in them. So there is room in the jacket fabric part of the wardrobe to put more. So now I'm going to organize them in color order, because I can't stand it when you look in the wardrobe and things aren't in color coordinated order, because, you know, I must have some sense of control in my life. But yeah, there's some really beautiful ones left. I was going to pick out 6 fabrics that I'm going to make the next jackets out of, set them aside, keep them aside, and then put away everything else. So I will do that next. So I've got several of these decorator fabrics that I'm going to make, like the Kandinsky jacket. I was thinking this one, but the other 3 are blue and green, so I think I'll use one of them. So the hydrangea one, I think, is the one I bought first of the ones I haven't used, so I'll use that. And then I've got the cafe latte coloured or brown coloured sequin fabric that I'm going to use the purple, orange and brown flowers on. There's also some sort of charcoaly black ones in there as well. So that is what I'm going to use this sequin fabric for. Next we have a few tweeds. I'm going to do the plaid one because this is literally my only plaid or tartan looking fabric that I have. Actually, I got a quilting cotton that's orange, but anyway, so that's for pattern matching. This one again is for pattern matching, but a different type. This one I have a lot of red beads. It's sort of red brick color plus red, and I'm going to bead over the white bits. So yeah, That's what that one is for. This is a piece of black felt. My camera gets very confused by black felt, but it's black felt, and I'm going to do a floral one like the hot pink Barbie jacket. And then this one, I have a very definite idea of how I'm going to bead that one. So that's why that one's in the pile. And then this one here that I'm going to do a moss look of tiny little seed beads in different greens and gold. So yeah, those are the next lots of jackets that I'll be making over the next few months. And yeah, so I've kept them aside, and now it is time to magically change these around and put them in color coordinated order. Actually, I think all these ones on the left here, the non-tweeds, I think I'll put them away first and put them away in textile category rather than color block them. And because, yeah, you can't really shuffle around ones like that so much because you sort of have to leave them in their little stacks. So I put them away. And next we have the tweeds. So I reshuffled these into different colors. So I've got a stack that's sort of blues and the sort of teal one on the top, denim teal colored one. Then we have this next pile is green on the bottom, then olive and khaki. And then we've got pinks with the red one on top. And then these ones are just sort of conservative ones that I can wear to a business meeting. I particularly like the second from the top, that sort of caramel and white one. But all of them they're lovely in their own way. And I've also kept these three aside. This is dragon scale sequins in a concrete sort of colour. Hilarious. Definitely want to make that jacket. And these two black and white ones, I didn't have the heart to put them back. I definitely want to keep them. And this one is, the top one's sort of rainbowish and the other ones are pastel, so I think I'll have a pastel month at some point too. And then we're back to the stack of the fabrics I set aside to do in the next few months. So yeah, I might turn that pile upside down because the one I want to do next, like before the end of this month, is actually at the bottom. So I'm going to put all these ones away, and here we go. Now I've got the two piles left of ones I want to do next. So there's actually still room in the tweed or jacket part of the wardrobe, so I might put these in there as well. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, I feel so much less stressed now that all of that is gone. And of course I immediately put stuff back out. So these are the 10 fabrics I'm going to do for a fabric haul. So I will film the fabric haul next, but I think I'll save it for a bit. And yeah, I've got to bead that as well. So I have put so much, and yeah, I've still got my whole desk to clean up. Goodness. And look how many different types of green beads I have. Aren't they adorable? Did I mention the green is my favorite color? It's just so pretty and full of life. Oh, actually, that front one is metallic teal, but you get the picture. So I might do a bead KonMari as well. I've been threatening to, but there's just so many boxes of beads that I'd have to get out. And every time I get the beads out, every single time, I always get so distracted because, like, you remember all the different beads and all the designs you're going to do with them, and it is so distracting in a good way, but, you know, you have to have an infinite amount of time to get distracted with the bead collection. And that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and here we have a little recap of my absolutely messy sewing space being tamed into some kind of organization. And of course we get messy, then messier, before we finally start putting things away. Yeah, I'm not sure with my tweeds, I'm not sure whether to go with the ones that, like the really good ones, and use all them up and then just have some, you know, I mean, they're all nice tweeds. I bought all of them, so I obviously like all of them. But yeah, it's always tricky to, do you do the like really expensive ones and use all them up? Oh, I still have the fabric flowers too. Oh, anyway, I think I just need to write a list and just work through it. But next up, I'm going to film that fabric haul and do the voiceover for that. And then I think my hand will be fine and I'll be able to get back to sewing a tweed jacket. So hopefully the next episode you see will be me making a tweed jacket and explaining all about pattern matching. Thanks again for watching. Happy sewing!